What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters. Welcome to NoLifeTilMetal. Going to be doing a NoLifeTilMetal Graphics update today. Going to be showing stuff from several different record companies. Please excuse my voice. I'm crackly and struggling a little bit because dealing with allergies and nasal stuff. You know how it goes. So anyhow, let's get right into this. So this is a brand new box set. It just came out from Retroactive Records by Stryken. This band has been around since, I think, like 1978, 79. Released their first single, I think, in 1980. It's called On the Phone. It's a 7-inch single, very hard to find. But in any case, this box set contains that single and just about everything else they've ever recorded. It's a 3 CD set. It's got, I'll show you the 3 discs. So there's the 3 discs. It also comes with 3 collector cards and part of the new series. Let's see, I probably have some of them sitting right here. Yeah, I do. Here's one of them. So this is the Legacy series. This is card number 7 in the Legacy series. You see the front and the back of the card, which I did do the layout for this and some of the design. The logo was actually designed by somebody else on that Legacy series logo on the top, but regardless, I did the layout for the card, the front, and everything else. And each of these has one in there. Of course, the main disc is this gold disc, which is the Once Lost Now Found, which contains the entire what's the name of the album? They put out the one full-length album. All those songs on the full-length album are on here, plus a bunch of other tracks. Different versions of some of the stuff, so it's pretty cool if you're into this band. It's a unique album. It's a gold disc. It's got a big old fat booklet. Let me show you the layout. So once again, with any of the gold discs on Rocks, Retroactive, Girder, or any of those labels that I deal with, when they do the gold discs, they always have the booklet so you can have either one show through the front. Let me show you. So if you don't like the gold border, you just flip it around. You got your choice. I think this has got like a 16 or 20 page booklet in it. Lots of band photos, and I think it's got a story of the... Yeah, it's got a little history of the band in there. And so there's some, as you can see, there's a little bit of the history there. Some photos, some more photos. Collage. Lyrics to every song. So yeah, it's a nice release. This disc alone is a nice release, but it also comes with their early year stuff. So it's got the very early year stuff from the late 70s and early 80s, including the 1987 7-inch single, which was called On the Phone. And as you can see by the look, a little different from this, when they were doing that 80s metal vibe. Here they were doing more of a look like the Cars, or that kind of thing, that kind of late 70s, early 80s thing. Alice Cooper was doing that look too at the time. But yeah, I'd compare the music to something like that, like Cheap Trick, the Cars, that sort of, it was hard rock, but it was also like poppy. And then this was their first full-length album that was released in 1983. And all this material here was actually released under a different name, because the band was known as Stryken before they changed their name in 1983 to Stryken, due to a dispute with Stryper, who actually formed after them. But of course, Stryper was on a label and whatnot, so they ended up changing their name to Stryken, and there you go. So this was actually released in '83 under the name Stryken. This is the reissued cover, very similar to the original cassette-only cover, under the name Stryken. You got all that? That was kind of confusing. Again, it's got tons of photos, and this is actually a. I can take this out of the plastic. These other two are a little different. They're not the jewel case versions. So you've got liner notes and whatnot in here, and then it folds out. And if I can get the disc out, the disc, which is not a gold disc, it's just a normal silver disc. Only the Once Lost Now Found is the gold disc, but still a really nice box set. 3 CDs, and there's the back. And then, as well, let me pull this out here so I might as well show. I was going to show the vinyls after I did the CDs, but might as well show this vinyl while I'm doing this. Also, the Once Lost Now Found is available on vinyl. It does have a hype sticker. There it is. Back cover. It is black vinyl. It does have an insert. So here's your lyrics. Insert with another photo of the band. Custom center labels. And as with any release on retroactive, you have the retroactive flame on the back. So yeah, very nice release. Sounds fantastic. It's all mastered by Rob Caldwell, Bombworks Sound, who always does a great job with anything he works on. So if you're into that, you know, kind of early 80s anthemic heavy metal, check out Stryken. Excuse me, Stryken. Stryker was their name too, but Stryken. Available on Retroactive Records, but I'm thinking you can get this one at Rocks Records, and you can get this one at Girder Music as well. So any of those places are now carrying this one. I think you can even get it on Amazon now. Okay, next up we got 3 CDs from Soundmass Records out of excuse me, out of Australia, UK. They're based out of both, I believe. And each of them has its own O card. These are like special releases that they just did. They're very limited, and you can only get them at soundmass.com from what I recall. But they, like I said, they have all the similar. They all have these O cards. As you can see, all of them have the red, gray, black look with classic photos of the band on the back. This is the only one that's a single disc. The other 2 are double discs. But this one has 20 tracks on it, including a full show from 1991. So it's got a couple of, so it's got Impulsation on there live, which of course they didn't record Impulsation until their 3rd album. It also has, what's the other song on here? Turn, Impulsation, Searching. Also has a song Searching on here as well, which I don't believe they recorded ever again. But anyhow, it's also got, these all have big booklets, like at least 20 pages, might even be 24, I can't remember now. But it's got a ton of photographs. So the original photographer who took all the band photos for the first 2 Mortification albums had a bunch of unused promo photos that we were able to use for this release. So every page has got a huge full-page picture of the band. And some of these photos have never been seen before. Big giant center spread picture of the band. So these are really cool, very worth having. All remastered. And like I said, it's got a full show on the back, so that part of the booklet's for the show. You can see the set list right there. So, like I said, really nicely done booklets. These, here's the inner tray, which is a classic old Mortification t-shirt. The CD itself. So you go through those 3 of those. Like I said, I'm not going to spend that much time on each of these, otherwise I'll be here forever. But here's the Scrolls of the Megaloth, 2nd album, 1992, I believe this came out. And you can see the booklet, and like I said, it's a double disc, so you've got, this one's packed. So disc 1 has just the original album on it, all 10 tracks. Excuse me, the disc 2 has all the Scrolls of the Megaloth demos and a live show from 1992 on it. So, and again, lots of photos that have never been seen. Some have, some haven't. But you can, again, you can see some of the photos. Like this one here was not used in the U.S. version of this, which came out on Tense Records. But this photo here was used on the Nuclear Blast version that was released in Europe. So. Some of these photos have been used, but some of them haven't. That was a Nuclear Blast photo right there of Michael Carlisle. Center spread, band picture. That's the one that I don't think I've ever seen before. Liner notes. Again, there's a live show in the back, so you get the... see if I can... There's the live show notes and the stage... set list, and then the demos. And again, all these have the O cards, which I did get to design all this and lay all this out. So I'm really proud of how these came out. They look fantastic. We were a little worried that they would print dark and you wouldn't be able to see what they are, but they came out fantastic. And then finally, this 3rd album, Post Momentary Affliction, and once again, it's a double disc. Once again, there's tons of photographs in here, as you can see, and again, it's a double album. So it's got the original 15 tracks from the first album, including the bonus track of Butchered Mutilation that was on one of Nuclear Blast compilations, and then you got Live from 1994 and a complete show on the second album. So, and once again, I'll just show you a couple pages real quick. I think this is another 24 page booklet. Lots of band photos. Some that have been seen, some that haven't. There's a full page center spread. Live pics. And then the live show with the set list. So there you have it. Like I said, soundmess.com. I'll try to remember to put a link below if you're interested in picking those up. And all three of them are available now and shipping now. Excuse me. All right, sticking with the CDs for a minute more before I get into some vinyl. This is a brand new release. This is Scattered Few. This is, of course, an old album from, I think it was like 1991 or something this came out. Probably the years on the back somewhere. 1990. Original release on Intense Records. This is the gold disc edition, remastered. Rob Caldwell from Bombworks Sound did the sound on these. Nice gold hype sticker on the front. The gold disc, once again, with any gold disc on retroactive, you get the choice of having the gold border or not. I like the gold borders because, I mean, they're gold discs and they're kind of like those old high fidelity CDs with the gold borders on them. I actually like these better because those ones had a huge gold border on them. But again, once again, there's a nice booklet in here, lots of band photos and liner notes. And this is more of a punk. Actually, that's what it is. It's punk. But Scattered Few were kind of unique. They didn't sound like, you know, I can't say they sound like the Ramones or Sex Pistols. They just had a unique sound. But yeah, they were a punk band. Excuse me. And there you go. This is on Retroactive Records as well. So you can get this at boonsoverstock.com, which I'll put a link below. Once again, I did get to work on this one, so it was fun. There is a full box set of Scattered Few coming out with 6 discs in it. It's called the Scattered Blue box set because it has 4 Scattered Few CDs in it. And then Alan, the main guy, which is him here, from Scattered Few, was in a band called Spyglass Blue. And the 2 Spyglass Blue albums are the other 2 discs in there. So that's coming out as well. Don't have that to show yet, but it is available for pre-sale right now. All right, this is on Rocks Records. This is Omega. And I just got this in the mail. I haven't even had a chance to open it yet. So I'm going to open it with you guys. It is a 3-disc set. You can get the 2-disc set by itself, or you can buy the extra bonus disc on their site, rocksrecords.com. And this is a bonus disc. It's Live Nottingham Festival, June 1986, which was their final gig. So these guys were a new wave of British heavy metal band, forming in the early 80s, putting out their stuff, you know, in 82, 83, 84, 85, 86. That's kind of the time they existed from the UK. So if you're into that sound, that's what these guys are. Now, I'm not going to tell you this stuff is, you know, audiophile material because it's not. It was all demos and live rehearsals and that sort of stuff. They never really got a record contract, so it's all like, you know, underground stuff. But it's still very cool. New wave of British heavy metal stuff from the 80s. From a pretty much unknown band. They played quite a bit with 100% Proof, as I recall, who are another new wave of British heavy metal bands. But it's got a big old fat booklet in it, which I think it's like 16 pages. Might even been 20, I can't remember. It's got a little bio of the band. Of course, it's got lyrics. And you can't have one of these without a awesome spread of just great photos from that era. Nice collage. Yeah, all time period accurate from that area. So there is the one 7-inch single that they put out. I wish I had it. I don't. Of course, they also put out some single cassettes, tapes as well. All that stuff is included on this release. Mastered by Rob Caldwell. From whatever sources he had, I couldn't even tell you what the sources are. I think it was a mixture of sources, but it is, like I said, a double disc. And I did do the layout for this booklet and everything. This is actually, the album cover was done years ago. gosh, I can't remember for the life of me who did the album, who did the original cover art. And it's not even in the liner notes that we put on there, so I don't know. But it was an album cover that we had purchased from an artist, and then I changed it a lot because I needed to make it work for this album cover. So, and again, there is the bonus live disc if you're interested. roxrecords.com. New wave of British heavy metal stuff, very underground stuff. So, all right, last CD, then I'll get into some vinyl. Excuse me. Again, sorry about my crackly voice. It is what it is. This is NoLifeTilMetal Record Sampler Volume 2. Of course, the label that is my namesake. And it is a 15-song CD. And as you can see, it's got the fist on it. And it's got a bunch of tracks from upcoming releases. So there's a bunch of stuff on here that hasn't even been heard yet. It's got some other stuff from last year, too. It's got Metamorphosis from Banshee, which came out last year. It's got Madras, Universal Energy from last year on there. Gamacide, Against the Grain. Although that song's not on the album. It's actually a different track. It's got brand new titles from Chris Manning. It's got Anger is Art. Brand new track from Avenger of Blood. Brand new track from Reptilian. And I believe, yeah, I am actually wearing this shirt. Oops. I dropped it. Brand new track from Ironjaw from Texas. Fantastic band with Rick Perry, who used to be in Gamacide. And then it's got a brand new track from Primal. Second album from Primal, which of course features Glenn Rogers and Jorge from Hyrax. And it's got the bass player who used to play in Steel Vengeance. So this is fantastic. And the singer, of course, used to be in V8. He's a Latin dude, and I can't remember his name for the life of me. Jeez, get on camera and I'll get stupid. But in any case, yeah, he sang in V8 and Logos. So there you go. It's only $2 if you're interested in picking this up at roxrecords.com or NoLifeTilMetalRecords.com. Either one will get you there. I'll put a link below. All right, getting into the vinyl. Rox Records, Motivik. There are only 100, well actually there was only 85 because they underpressed them, but and then the band got, no, there might have been 100 and the band got copies, I don't know. Anyhow, there's 100 of these numbered, and each of them come with a 10 by 10 lithograph signed by the two band members of this band. You know, of course, let's see here. This, oh, it's number, I knew it was numbered. It's on the bottom here. This is number 2 out of 100, as you can see. They're all hand numbered. The original album cover, this album came out originally in, I'm going to say like 2021. And it's finally available on vinyl now. So there's the custom center labels. Just black vinyl. I say just black vinyl, but black seems to be the rarity these days. Nobody does black vinyl anymore. Everything's colored vinyl. And then it does have an insert in it as well. And you can see Ryan Roebuck, who plays in a bunch of different bands. Ritual Servant, Vulture's Gathering, among others. And then Courtney Simmons. And both these guys signed that, that insert. Like I said, there was only 85 for sale. So if you're interested in that, roxrecords.com. Fantastic, very unique thrash metal. They don't sound like any other thrash band I've ever heard, but they are thrash metal, speed metal, whatever you want to call them. Really, really well done stuff, well recorded, mastered by Rob Caldwell, Bombworks sound again. Superb. I did get to do, like I said, obviously I'm showing this in my NoLifeTilMetal Graphics, so I did the layout for this whole thing. I did not do the cover art. The cover art was done by somebody else, but I did everything else on this thing. Alright. Excited about these two. This is on Brutal Planet Records. This is German thrash metal. This is Accuser from 2010. This was their comeback record, and it's fantastic. I love this one. I love the layout on this one. I love the cover art on this one. I love the black and white look. Like even the paper choice on this one is a uncoated, textured stock. It's really cool. I got to do everything on this one. Layout. Unlike every other album on Brutal Planet, this one comes in a white polyline sleeve. They always do black polyline sleeves. I'm not sure why this one came in white. Maybe they're out of black. Who knows? Doesn't matter to me. It's just a color. But it says on silver vinyl. And if you look carefully, it looked, I don't know how well you may see it, but it does have a shimmer. So it is kind of a silver, not just a gray. Custom center labels. Love that creepy smile. This one. Almost like a Cheshire cat. Lyrics. And yeah, very proud to have been involved in this one. Huge Accuser fan myself, so happy to be a part of this one. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, excuse me, check out the Accuser fan page, which I help run. So love to have some more people jump on board. But these are available now, shipping now. They just went on sale. If you get them, I think they're only like $21 right now. I'm sure the price is going to jump up to probably $24.99 and eventually $34.99, which is the normal pricing for these. But they're offering them right now for $21.99. All right, one more from Accuser. So this was their Confusion Romance EP. It is now full length with additional tracks. So it's got a live side and a studio side. Again, I got to do the entire layout on this one. Had to recreate the cover because they didn't have the cover art any longer. But it came out spectacular. Front cover, back cover. Cool. Picture of the band on the back. Renee Schultz on guitar. On lead guitar. This one is on a translucent blue. Custom center labels. And there is the lyric insert too. This is a black and white. But again, it came out spectacular. It's only available on the blue vinyl. So if you're interested in that one, it is also $21.99 at the moment. It will jump up in price, but it just came out, so grab them while you can. Accuser, Confusion Romance. Side A's got the it's got 4 tracks, 4 studio tracks, 2 original Accuser tracks, and then 2 cover songs. And I love the 2 cover songs, which is Driver's Seat and Head Like a Hole. Of the 2, I kind of like Driver's Seat best. Head Like a Hole is a great song too, but really like Driver's Seat. And it's like a UK pop song that they made into a thrash metal song. Hype sticker as well, obviously. And then finally, this is the, and I haven't even opened this one yet, it just came. Living on Vinyls. It's called the First Time on Vinyl Volume 1. So this is all tracks from bands that have never been on vinyl, but it's all bands that are on the Limited Run Vinyl, have limited vinyl releases, but not on vinyl. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. So, for example, Ultimatum has a bunch of tracks, a bunch of albums out on vinyl that have been released through Limited Run Vinyl. But this particular song, a cover of Ton of Bricks by Metal Church, was never on vinyl. So that's what they're talking about. So you've got Idle Cure, Triton, Vision, Ordained Fate. Now Vision, that's the band that features Billy Powell of Lynyrd Skynyrd. After the plane crash, they formed Vision, and they put out 3 albums, I believe. Then you got Ordained Fate, mostly female, like 4 female members, thrash band. Moshketeers, this is Poser of Deceit from the Vacation from Hell demo. Liberty and Justice, featuring Chris Jericho and Phil Collins. Phil Collin, not Collins. Phil Collin from Def Leppard, not Phil Collins from Genesis. It's got Halo, Borders, which is an Italian thrash band. Deny the Falling, which features Oz Fox from Striper, Ray Para, and Jonathan Johnson from Sacred Warrior. David Benson, Eternal Decision, Peacemaker, which is a fantastic band, pretty much unknown, but it features members of Metal Church, House of Lords, Yngwie, Anthrax, Tango Down. And it's got a praise song on the end called Rock Power Praise Volume 1 by featuring Mike Lee of Barren Cross. So there you go. It also has an insert. Let's see if I can get this one open. Do the old dreams trick. Black vinyl. And there's the insert. There's old Ben. If you're familiar with the Limited Run Vinyl advertising campaign, there's Ben who regrets missing out on these Limited Run Vinyl releases. And you can see just a ton of the different Limited Run Vinyl. This is not all of them, but it's a ton of them here pictured. So There's even some on here that haven't been released yet, I think. So, very cool compilation. Available, liveandrunvinyl.com. You can get it at Boone's Overstock. You can get it at Girder Music as well. I think those are the only places you can get it from. And then custom Live and Run Vinyl center labels. So that's it for my vinyl update. Excuse me, for my... excuse me. Man, I'm having a hard time talking. That's it for my NoLifeTilMetal Graphics update. Appreciate you all watching. That was a long one, so I appreciate you getting all the way through. Leave a message below. And that's it. God bless. Stay strong.